Yo, what's good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy, DEADMANVINCE, back with yet another gotcha video. I don't even want to say 7 Deadly or whatever. I'm just gonna say gotcha because I like to play gotcha games. So I actually gave up on playing Black Clover, not Black Clover Mobile. I mean, yeah, I did give up on playing Black Clover Mobile at the moment just because Bit Gaming is in a state right now where they're literally just trying to cause the destruction of the fucking game. If you look at it and look at every aspect of the game, you can tell they're trying to shut that shit down. So, besides the point, I'm not restarting again on the global version, so who cares? I've been playing Grand Cross a lot. I've been playing Grand Cross like in the background while I'm, trying to do stuff because I haven't just been playing gotcha games. I've had to actually put down a lot of different gotcha games because there's a lot of different shit I'm trying to do in my life right now. But I did kind of pick back up Grand Cross, and I kind of just been getting into it a little bit again, and I've been enjoying it a little bit. And let me zoom in. Ooh, too far. There we go. And I've been enjoying it a little bit, so it's weird. Grand Cross is what I would consider dead right now, but at the same time, it's like I had given myself like a year or two to stop playing it, so I'm just enjoying it again because I do like 7 Deadly Sins, and they're finally on Fortnite's The Apocalypse, so I'm kind of just locked in, I guess, right now. But right now, my goal for Grand Cross is to, one, get all of the Fortnite's Apocalypse characters that come out ever. Like, I actually do really like Fortnite's Apocalypse. I like 7 Deadly Sins, but I will say that I think the pacing in Fortnite's, I might like it a little better. Like, I feel like 7 Deadly Sins, the first part, you're waiting for the sins to get reunited. Not really, because they start doing stuff before all of the sins are reunited. But, like, it's more like you're trying to gather all the sins together. At the start of Fortnite's Apocalypse, you are trying to gather all the sins together. But, like, high tier bosses are already pulling up, and it's like kind of showing you how overpowered the new generation of main characters are. And I like how the magic system has been evolved. Like, I just really like Fortnite's Apocalypse. Nakaba Suzuki, keep doing your thing. GG, you got it, bro. I wanted to go over these patch notes specifically because the last time that the Slime collab had came to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, I was not a fan of Slime. Now, as it stands, I have watched all the way up to like season 3 of Slime. I've watched seasons 1 through 2. They're both phenomenal, great seasons. It's so funny that I know who Clayman is now because I was like, who's this mid-ass boss when this first came out? Now I'm like, okay, Clayman seems pretty cool. And Rimuru seemed like a cool character in general, like design-wise. So I was cool with it. So I was like, okay, Rimuru is probably my favorite. Now that I've actually watched the show, Rimuru is my favorite. But Milim, I love Milim a lot too. Rimuru's great, Shion's great. Like, they're all great characters. This is a wonderful show. If you've not seen the show, please do go check it out at the very least. The Dead Man recommends. And that's crazy coming from me because for years, I started watching anime when I was like 6 years old, and I'm 25 now. So literally for like 19 years, I've kind of been sitting there like, oh yeah, no. Isekais, no. Because even when I was a kid, I didn't look for isekais. And then as I grew up and learned what they were more and more, I was like, nah, get this out of here. I remember when Sword Art Online first came out, my friends were all into it, and they were like, yo, you gotta check this out. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. I tried to watch it, no. Sword Art fans, if you're hating on me, Loki, go down in the comments below. Let me know what isekai you like the most. My knowledge is very limited, so you guys commenting will give me more shows to look up. But also, the only isekais that I know I want to watch or have already started watching: Slime, Mushoku Tensei, The Devil is a Part-Timer. Oh, I've seen Dead Mount Death play, but I mean, like, it's okay. But the reason we are here is for these patch notes. Let's talk about the patch notes, and as we're going through the patch notes, I'll kind of like explain just random conversational type of thing. I just want to be chill vibes today and just do this. I'm actually farming Grand Cross in the background right now, farming some books for Rimuru. But before they even announced any of this, I was talking about the fact that the first LR collab character in the game that they'll probably do would probably be Rimuru, just because Slime was the first collab in Grand Cross ever, and if Slime came back, this would be the 3rd time that it has come back. So obviously with the collab coming back, like Slime, I feel like implements a lot of stuff whenever it comes back as a collab, since it is the first one, because it's like a domino effect. It's like, all right, Slime was the first collab we ever had, and now we want to do this new thing with collabs. Let's do it with Slime first, and then, domino effect. It'll fall into all the other collabs from here on out. So I feel like it is safe to assume we will be getting LR characters whenever new collabs come out. Now, I don't know that LR characters are going to be like I feel like an old character will LR. So for instance, Attack on Titan comes, right? I feel like Titan Eren would LR, and then they release a new, or maybe they release a new Titan Eren, and then like Levi LRs or something, because Levi is very popular. Like I genuinely believe most of the people who watch Attack on Titan like enjoy Levi's time on screen more than Eren's. I don't know. At least towards the start of the show, maybe towards the end of the show, people start to like Eren more than Levi. But like I think Levi is all around just like cracked for me. Also, just history on my Attack on Titan. I watched the first season when I was in high school. It took a super long time to come with the second season. I kind of put it down, and then maybe like 2-3 years ago, I watched all the seasons, and the final part wasn't out yet. So I low-key haven't even seen the final part yet. And I hear so many people talk about it, but I still don't 1,000,000,000% know exactly what happens at the end. So I think I'm not going to say it in case you're watching, you don't know. But I do think that we should be seeing LRs, and it doesn't even say this right now, but like, dude, everybody knows LR Rimuru is coming. That's super hype. Slime's a really good show, and now I'm super into it, so I couldn't even contain that information for myself. So, firstly, 2 new characters do appear. It's going to be a new Shion. Yes, I accidentally pointed at Milim, but I guess you didn't know that because you can't see my fingers, but I wanted to be honest, genuine. We have a new Shion. We have a new Milim. Milim is a crazy DPS. She's wonderful in PvP. She seems wonderful in PvE. She seems wonderful anywhere, really. Like, Milim is ridiculously strong. Then Shion is literally just a PvE character. So Milim has a single target, this skill right here, and then an AoE, and then her ultimate, I don't remember. It might be an AoE. Shion has 2 single targets, and then a AoE ultimate, I believe. I'm not going to read their kits at the moment. I want to go through the entire patch first, and then I'll come back and look at their skills afterwards. So obviously, Slime, Grand Cross collabing once more for the 3rd time. Big ups. Dude, it's so weird. I actually enjoy Slime so much, so I'm actually like, this is the first time I've been like super excited about something in Grand Cross. Like, I wasn't even super excited about the 5th anniversary Escanor, because I wasn't playing when he came out. I just randomly hopped in during the 5th anniversary. Nobody even told me it was 5th anniversary. I just kind of hopped in, and I was like, oh, this is Escanor? Alright, and I just summoned for him. So this is the first time that I've legitimately been like super hyped for something in Grand Cross, probably in the last like 3 years now. After maintenance, blah, 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 blah. So this is on Thursday, and I'm looking at the Japanese patch notes. The reason why I'm looking at the Japanese patch notes, I actually played Global, and the global version should be getting all of this stuff. Let's see, it's 10/24 right now. It's October 24th. So when Global gets this stuff, it'll be on a Tuesday at night. So the 29th, I believe we should be able to see this stuff on Grand Cross on the 29th at like 11 p.m. or something like that, or maybe midnight. But we got a few days before this comes up, and I wanted to go ahead and just kind of go over this stuff so that global players can go ahead and start getting prepared now. Because I'm going to go ahead and spoil a little bit. LR Rimuru is good, and I already said LR Milim is absolutely freaking busted. In the actual show, Milim is much stronger than Rimuru, until Rimuru becomes a Demon Lord, and even still, Milim is still stronger, I'm pretty sure. So, like, of course she had to be an absolutely ridiculous, like, just behemoth unit. LR Evolution release, Proof of the Strongest, Milim Nava, 8-star Demon Lord, Octagram, Demon Lord, Rimuru Tempest. So Rimuru's costume didn't really change that much. He just got some shoulder pads, some like hand gauntlet, kind of like armor type of deal, some cooler looking boots. Then Milim's costume looks wonderful. Actually, she looks great. I think that's actually her fit from when they were talking about her in the past. How she used to be like the dominant, just like because she's the strongest of all the demon lords. But let's scroll down here a little bit. So this is Rimuru's information. I just remember what it is, and it's like super basic. So this skill right here does pierce damage, and it goes from like 200% to 500% or something like that. Let me pull that up specifically. I know that this right here, this side is all of the stuff that Rimuru used to have, and then these are all the updates that happen to Rimuru from here on out. So basically, Rimuru's passive is literally still the same. It is exactly the same. The only difference is they boosted his 130% pierce buff to 140%. Rimuru's passive, at the start of the ally's turn, increases the hero's basic stats by 8% and removes 1 buff from all enemies. Then increases the hero's own basic stats by 8% for each buff removed. If increased to max increases the hero's pierce rate once by 130% for 3 turns. So that literally just changed to the pierce rate, increases the hero's pierce rate once by 140% for 3 turns instead of 130%. That's literally the only change. You can see the red right here, signifying the only change in the kit. Then his skill 1 is, oh, it was 205%. I actually am proud of myself for guessing that. 200% pierce rate on a single enemy, 300% pierce rate on a single enemy, and then 500% pierce rate on a single enemy. That's his first skill. And the only reason why I'm super excited about this as well is because, one, like I said, I was not into slime before. Literally, when I played during the second slime collab when they made this Rimuru, I literally wasn't even like into the show, but I summoned this copy of Rimuru, and everybody was talking about how good Rimuru was, but I was still kind of that mindset where I was like, yeah, I literally don't watch the show, so I don't get it. Now that I watch the show and I get it and I understand how overpowered he is, I'm just like, oh, dude, you best believe I'm dreaming of running into PvP matches and ripping somebody apart with Rimuru. Come on, bro. But Rimuru's skill 2 right here. This used to be just an infect skill. It used to be 110% to attack to all enemies and then infects all enemies for 1 turn. 180% to all enemies and infects everybody for 1 turn, and then inflicts damage equal to 280% of attack on all enemies and effects for 2 turns. He deals flood damage now as well. And if we remember, flood damage is 0.8% extra damage for every 1% HP you have. So at maximum HP, you're going to be doing an extra 80% damage along with the damage you're already doing based off of his attack. Now, I feel like that's a bit unfortunate because he already has the pierce on this card, but I feel like maybe it would have been better on this one. I don't know. This skill's not going to do like too much damage, I don't think. It's really just there for the infect. It'll do damage. It'll do more damage now because it's got the it's got the flood damage on it. But realistically, I feel like maybe this skill could have been improved in a different way, or maybe it could have done a little more just like straight up damage, and then did an infect, and then also did like one other thing or something like that. But I don't know how I feel about the flood damage being up there. I mean, obviously he's going to do more damage, which is a good thing, yes. But all in all, I'm still excited for LR Rimuru. Sucks that his passive barely changed when literally LRs that are like original to Grand Cross, they get like, or LRs that are part of the main 7 Deadly Sins like continuity. LRs of that nature get such big boost, not even, because Lilia got a big boost in her passive as well, I believe, right? Each one of their skills are changed. Their ultimate changes, like everything changed with the character. So Rimuru only getting a few things changed as an LR kind of hurts in my heart. But at the same time, from what I remember, Rimuru was absolutely busted forever when he came out. And like, this just kind of brought him back. Because you also have to consider, not only did he get the flood on his AoE, not only did he get the extra 10% boost on his pierce rate, but now he also has LR stats. So that is another layer to add on. That's kind of like Easy A's and Dokkan. Easy A's and Dokkan, a unit automatically becomes better because they have more stats. That automatically just makes them better. Even if you didn't change their kit, all their percent buffs and everything, it would just give them better stats because at the base, the stats are better. All right, let's see. Prove the strongest Milim novice special technique and skills will not change when she evolves from UR to LR, but her maximum stats will increase for the conditions of activating special techniques. Please refer to the special techniques icon in the game. Added material, and I'm going to read this first just so we understand how LR works for collab characters. And then I'll go back and say my gripes with Milim being an LR already. But added materials exclusive to the LR evolution of collaboration characters will be adding Dimensional Seal, a material exclusive to LR evolution of collaboration characters. So for regular characters, it's a legendary seal. Collab characters will be getting the Dimensional Seal. And I will go ahead and tell you, they only give you 200 of the Dimensional Seal materials for free in this update. That's all you need because literally Milim and Rimuru are the only 2 LRs coming from this update. Now, if you wanted to buy some, I'm pretty sure you can buy enough materials to LR one more like collab character because these, you're not going to be able to farm these outside of the collab, but they will stay during the collab. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, little sneak, not sneak peek, but like I just noticed something right here, guys. I don't want to advise you incorrectly, but I'm noticing right here that beside the LR, the dimensional seal, it has the Grand Cross X Tensura thing right there. So let me make sure it's not specific to just this event. Okay, very good. So it's not. This is not a Tensura X7 Deadly, this is not a Tensura X Grand Cross specific dimensional seal. All this says is this is the item right here that you need, and the places that you get them are going to be from the collab in general, just like special missions, and also you get them from Clayman. So you get 100 of them from Clayman. That's going to be for your Rimuru or your Milim. Then you're going to get 100 more from doing the 5 missions that they always give whenever a new event comes, and they give you a summon for free, and then they give you, you know, some big item or something like that, right? But let's go back for a second. I do not like Milim being an LR automatically as she came out, because yes, she is an incredible character. She is wonderful, but this just sets a bad precedent for the future. Because if you're going to start, you already have UR festivals, right? And UR festivals literally are more expensive to evolve up to that point. And they're supposed to be like the next kind of like, they were the next little power gap for a little while, right? Then LRs came, and then LRs are the next little power gap. I don't think that it is a very smart move to release a character initially as an LR. I understand that they need to put more LRs into the game, but I feel that them just initially dropping a character as an LR is pretty lazy, and it still takes a lot for you to get this character up, because even though you have to do all of the typical evolution, you don't have to spend, you know, all those UR pendants earlier on, because she's not a UR character. She still is an LR character. You still have to use 2 UR pendants to get her up to level 100, and then you still have to use 6 more to get her up to LR. So that is a bit expensive, and I don't know that I like that being on a brand new character. I'd rather have the brand new character be a UR at most. Like, if they wanted to do something like this Milim should have been a UR, and if they wanted to release 2 LRs, they should have made Rimuru an LR, and they should have made the old Milim an LR, because those would have been 2 characters that people already have. I feel like the problem that people have with LRs is that the amount of work you have to put in to get the LR is crazy, and the LRs you get sometimes aren't even that impressive. Like, in my personal opinion, I only have LR Liz, but I want LR King because LR King legitimately seems good to me. Every other LR, I'm kind of like, I don't care, because I feel like they're not, I feel like maybe they have some one-off uses, but I feel like they're not going to perform exceptionally well for me everywhere. I feel like low-key, wherever I use King, I can make him work anywhere, where I don't feel that way with a bunch of other characters. Obviously, I feel that way about Goddess Liz, but Goddess Liz is the best LR still. And wasn't she the second one that came out? Yeah. Netmarble, you need to get it together. I do like some of the stuff we got here, but there's still some underlying issues. You still need to get it together. But I'm not going to sit here and harp on Netmarble, because it seems like all the content creators who have been playing, you know, and creating content still, it seems like they've been kind of harping on Netmarble for the community, and Netmarble is starting to listen and change some things. But I think initially releasing LRs, bad idea. Really bad idea. If you want more LRs, then that means you need to put more effort into your older characters and make them useful. Don't drop a brand new character who's super useful. Like, that's my problem right now with my account. Since I stopped playing for like 2 years, I have all the pieces I need for really good teams, but I'm always missing that one unit, right? So it's just like, if you work on older characters and I don't have to summon for new characters, then I'm gonna be more incentivized to play more and then try to summon for new characters. Like, contrary to popular belief, the less they make you have to summon for new characters, the more willing you are to summon for new characters. Because you never want to do something that everybody tells you to do, right? This Milim's busted. It feels like Netmarble is telling me, yo, you want this Milim? Give us your money. I don't like that. If LR Milim came out and it was the old Milim, I'd be like, oh, Netmarble, you're godly. And then, yeah, maybe I don't spend as many diamonds this celebration, but you're building my loyalty up. I'm starting to build a idea that, yo, when it really counts, Netmarble is going to take care of me in the squad. You know what I'm saying? Right? So when you build that mentality in a player, I'm going to be more willing to spend my money. I'm going to want to spend my money, right? Because I feel like you're a good company. You're doing right by me. But when you set it up this way, I don't really like it that much. But that's my gripes with LR upon initial release. But let's continue through the patch notes. The rest of this should be relatively quick. Okay. 7-star spellbook and UR necklaces will still be required, just like with LR and the regular character. Dimensional Seal can only be obtained during a collaboration event. The Dimensional Seal can be used after the collaboration event. You can see here the not new characters. Well, yes, the 2 new characters are at the top. It's just showing that all these characters are added, or the 2 new characters are added to the coin shop. Also, I think Shion's little like profile picture right there is actually pretty cute. She makes such a cute face. That's super random. Don't judge. Anyway, I have every character right here except for the 2 new ones, of course, and I don't have this Milim, surprisingly, but I didn't really play that much during the second, collab, the return. I just got my Rimuru ones. All right, I'm chill. Also, the scene where Rimuru turns into a demon lord is crazy. That whole little build up. These are the holy relics right here. Let's try to read these. I typically don't try to translate this stuff right here. I typically just wait for it to come to global with another patch notes, because sometimes the translations can be really rough. But we're gonna get into this one. Oh, Milim's holy relic. I remember. Milim's holy relic gives her type advantage no matter who she's attacking. So if she hits a blue enemy, type advantage. It literally does not matter. Shion's says in PvE, if an ally uses 3 or more single target attack skills within 1 turn, 2 debuff effects are removed from that ally. So if an ally triple single targets in 1 turn, they lose 2 debuffs from Shion. So not bad. And obviously these are a little confusing because I haven't gone over the characters themselves yet. But we'll come back, and I'll kind of talk about the holy relic as well, and kind of related. Obviously, new night boss season, whatever, work on it. I'm actually getting into knighthood boss. So funny story. I'm actually in. I was watching More Go-Go's video one day, and he was like, "We got an open spot." So I applied, and I'm in Go-Go's guild. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know who the dead man is. I stopped playing this and started playing BCM, but I'm in his guild, and I'm actually going to start taking Guild Wars a little bit more seriously, just because I have the characters for it. Diamond events. These are obviously just like purchase bundles. You know how it goes. It's always like this. I'm not going to break this down too much because I'm not going to be buying anything. These are all, like the money stuff, I'm just going to skip through. But y'all know how the packs go. There's a little 99-cent pack where you can get just 3 tickets. Don't even understand. I don't know. The thing where you can use that ticket to just summon for one of the collab characters instead of summoning for any randoms. You can buy this for like 80 bucks, I believe, 10,000 yen. That's probably like 80 bucks right there. For 300 diamonds if you want, 50 bucks or 40 bucks if you want 145 diamonds. Y'all know how this stuff goes. You can buy a full awakening coin. I don't know. That one is like 20 bucks, I think. $23, I think. Nah, I can't. I'm not gonna buy that. Nah, bro. I'm gonna just work on the characters. I'm trying to get into a mentality now of actually playing the gacha game and not spending money to try and collect. I'm trying to actually do it. If you wanna true awaken a character, if you want to true awaken Rimuru or Milim, they're selling this for you right here. Obviously you need 100 of these per character. Obviously you need 3 of these per character. They give you a bunch of potions. This happens for the LRing of the character. This happens for true awakening of the character. So not bad. The LR Edition Commemorative Training Support Pack will only be displayed for 12 hours when you first acquire Demon Lord Rimuru. If you already own him, it will be displayed for 12 hours after the maintenance. So they only give you 12 hours to get this? This is like, this is like 18 bucks? Or this is probably just like exactly $20 or something like that. I just said I'm not gonna spend, but this is kind of tempting. Just a little bit, because those UR pendants are a bitch, dude. Let's see. You can buy crystals for getting your characters true awakened. I gotta remember all these extra terms and stuff. After maintenance, blah blah blah. This looks like a Nah, there's a price on this. Yeah. This is like that weekly bundle thing. More packs. You can buy demonic beast battle materials. What's new? More demonic beast battle materials. Alright, cool. Login event. This is really cool. Upon logging in for the first time, you get 15 tickets. And then upon logging in on the second time, you get 15 more tickets. So they're literally giving you 3 free multis from the first 2 days. Honestly, from the first 2 days, you're getting 4 free multis because you get these and you got the missions where you can get another free multi. But we'll get to that in a second. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. This is 70 more diamonds right here. So 2 more multis. I'm personally probably going to wait for the 14 days, because when does this end? So from the 24th to 13th, and I just like to make sure because I don't play Grand Cross as closely as I used to, but this ends on the 13th, I believe. So this definitely gives me the 2 weeks to get all of the stuff from the login bonus before I summon, because I want it November 14th actually. So I said this would be out on the 29th, so add like 5 days. So for global, it should be from the 29th at like 11 midnight, whatever, to November 19th midnight. So we got plenty of time, right? Not only are you getting the 70 diamonds right here and the 30 tickets right here, which adds up to 3 multis plus 2 more multis, so that's 5 multis right there. You get another multi from this right here, which is 6 multis, and you also get the materials for LR your character right here. This is the Milim that I think they should have LR'd, but it is what it is. It's besides the point. Also, in the future, if you are going to be doing LRs for collabs, Netmarble, please boost the entire kit. Like I said, I won't harp too much, but please. Then you come down here, we have World Quest. So they have their own little like story missions. From the little story missions, you know you're gonna get missions per reward, all this stuff. It seems like we have a little bingo event right here. This is gonna be another event that's not gonna be out initially, but probably a week into the event this will unlock, or 2 weeks in, whichever. Let's see. Demon King's reappearance. So is this the story mission? Yeah, this looks like the story mission right here. No? Because this is World Quest. And then this has its own personal header. So this is going to be a separate little event that you can do, and you can collect all these little event materials and get all this stuff right here. The list of the rewards is right here. 3 diamonds, a full Milim costume, a full Benimaru costume, an extra Benimaru, Rimuru, and Milim headpiece, a full Rimuru cosmetic, and guys, I don't think I have most of this, so I'm actually pretty hyped about most of this. Yes, a lot of the stuff is SR, but I can't front. With collab characters that I'm not really willing to spend money on their costumes, I kind of gotta get resourceful with my stuff, you know. And I might be boosting an SR costume all the way up to UR. Also, are they ever gonna boost? Are they ever gonna allow you to boost UR gear to LR, or not gear? Boost UR cosmetics to LR? If they're already doing that, it shows how much I'm paying attention right now as I'm getting back into it. But if they're not doing that, that would be a very good idea. No, it wouldn't. But it's just extra stats, really. It's for sweats. That's for sweats. Let's see. This is the little event I was talking about where you collect the coins. It's kind of like a bingo event. Collect the coins, get the spots, get all the rewards, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. These are the coins that we're going to be collecting, and you can only acquire 30 in a day, I believe that says. Yep, you can only get 30 in one day. You get them in free stages, Fort Solgris, reverse stages, event, boss battle. So literally play the damn game, you'll get it. Or you can buy 1 stack of 5 of these every day. These things right here I'm also kind of excited for. I don't use the slime Rimuru. Who would? But if they've already LR'd this Rimuru, and collabs always come back, who's to say they're not going to LR the slime version of Rimuru? Who's to say they're not going to LR the blue version or the old Milim or whatever, man? Who knows, right? So honestly, I want to get all of the characters from slime max level, like max level, 6-star Super Awaken, level 100, even True Awaken. Like I just want to start doing that. I feel like that'll give me more guidance when I'm playing the game. Whenever a collab comes out, I'm gonna just fixate on the characters for that collab. I feel like it'd be fun. I don't know. Also, these are events that you get, or these are what you get whenever you finish a complete like round right here, right? So once you finish this complete thing and it resets, I think the reward you get is this, and then it kind of goes all the way up until you get this. Or actually no, this is the special reward in each round. Yeah. These are the special rewards per round. These are the rest of the rewards that you just get randomly. Tensor, Demon Lord's Return, Clayman. Alright, cool. This is just like a regular raid. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna fight Clayman, you're gonna farm that shit, you're gonna get your materials, you're gonna get your 100 fucking medals so you can get your Milim LR, because you're probably gonna be working on Rimuru first, because you probably already have them maxed out. Who knows? I don't know who was glazing before me. I do love that they gave us the little dragon claws because I thought that it was really nice that Rimuru made these specially for Milim. So I think that that's a really cool cosmetic. These are just the medals you get from Clayman. Exchange lineup. You can buy Rimuru, or is that a costume? It's not a costume. Literally, the slime version of Rimuru, rare to SR to UR or to all of it, it all looks the same. It's literally just that. So that's probably a costume and not him himself. Full Awakening Star, that's good for free-to-play players and stuff. Another Holy Relic box. So this, I think there's only 2 free Holy Relics they're giving away during this event. I already have the Holy Relic for old Rimuru, so I'll probably just make the Holy Relic for Shion and Milim. Or maybe even Milim and old Milim. I don't know yet. A crown for Rimuru, just more cosmetics and stuff. I'm gonna need all these cosmetics though, low-key. You know, some demon materials. 3 pendants, 5 SA coins, 15 of those. Aw, no original demon hearts. Come on, or original demon cores. You're kind of mid for that. We're getting a new season of Labyrinth. That's really good. They're adding a new feature to Labyrinth, but you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about now, right? Where I'm just like, Slime was the first collab, so they're gonna try to set a lot of precedents with Slime right now. Not only are they LRing a character and releasing an LR with Slime, they're also bringing back Labyrinth, which is not new, but now they're actually adding like levels to Labyrinth now. So once you beat a difficulty all the way through, you cannot do that difficulty again, I believe, and then it sends you to the next difficulty. You just kind of keep going through like that. I don't have a problem with that as long as I can keep going to the shop. Like, guys, the cheat code for Labyrinth, literally just go to the shops as much as you can and buy as many of the green, red, and blue crystals as you can. The more you get those buffs, every time you go back through Labyrinth, it just gets easier. Like, it gets brain dead at a point. So some Labyrinth rewards. These are good. They're always good. Literally beat the Labyrinth, you get all this stuff right here. That's how it always goes. The exchange rewards. You can get 30 of these chests right here. I don't think I ever farmed Labyrinth enough to get all those chests. Maybe not. I think I get everything else except for that. Awakening Star. Good. 100 anvils. Very good. 100 hammer or 5 hammers. 100 hammers. 3 SSR crystal or pendants. 3 SSR. 3 SA coins. 10 diamonds. A full Escanor costume that looks pretty sick in my opinion. I think that's the light Escanor, not the green one. This Meliodas costume that I actually don't think I have. And then there's Mile costume that I don't think I have either. And then of course 50 LR coins. I'm chilling at 41 LR coins right now because I've been like True Awakening characters. I think I'm gonna chill on True Awakening for a little bit so I can get my LR situation worked out a little bit more because I want LR King, I want LR Glocks for a full fairy team. Because King, little fun fact, was my favorite character when I started playing Grand Cross. Like from the show and in the game. Like I just thought King was everything. In the game especially because like healing, good damage, stunning, really good character. I latch on to really good characters early on in games and I always hope for them to be like maintain consistency throughout the game, right? Or maintain usefulness. Costumes came out. I'll zoom in on this a little bit more. Ooh, that was really far, huh? So we have this like white kind of armor Milim costume. I'll say honestly, all the swords look sick. I probably like this costume right here the most. This kind of like Egypt one. There's something about women in bandages that I love. And I'll leave that at that. No, that didn't sound right. Wait. Women wrapped up? Nah, because I'm thinking of the Melaskula costume. But like, I don't know. We're gonna skip past that. Anyway, this Shion costume looks great. This one looks great. I've seen this one actually in game, like watching Nog's video. Probably like this one a little more. It's just a little more, you know, Japan-y. I like this sword better though. I actually like the sword on the free-to-play one a little bit. Then we got some sweets, kind of like skins. I don't like this one for Shuna, just because the way that it looks right here in the picture. Her horns look fleshy instead of like a separate color almost. I don't like that. It's gross. This costume I think is kind of stupid, but I like the sword quite a bit. These are the old costumes for Rimuru. This is probably the flyest one. That's probably the best Shuna costume. And then these are reprints for 90 diamonds each. Ooh. All these costumes are nice, but I'd be damned if I spend 3 multis on a costume. Come on, dog. Soul Grist, Great Reward Dungeon. There's gonna be like that daily reward dungeon you can do. There's gonna be a diamond milestone event. Oh! 2 free holy relics. If you spend 900 diamonds during the celebration, then you get a third one. Not for free, but you get a third one. Or yeah, technically for free, because if you're free to play and you saved up 900 diamonds, then yes, that's for free. It's just showing what materials are in the holy relic box. Oh, and then it's showing you... Oh, that's sick. So you're actually getting 3. You're getting 3 holy relics for free. And then a fourth if you want to go crazy with the diamonds. Okay. No, that's way better, actually. Oh, I think it's just saying that the login character that you're going to see is going to be Milim, and then the login character you'll see afterwards is going to be Shion, which... I ain't opposed to seeing Shion earlier, bro. If you want to make a change in that Marvel, let me know. Demon King appears, rare training, material exchange event. This is out all the damn time. These are just exchanging mats that you usually can't exchange, and even exchanging mats that you could exchange for other shit. This is trading 4 crystals for 1. The ratio is horrible. It could be 2 to 1, please. 4 to 1 is just a little much. Training support event. Main stage resurrection, 1-time free event. During the event period, if you lose a battle on the main stage, you'll be able to revive once for free. AP consumption is reduced by half. Very good. 2 times player experience. That doesn't matter to me, but very good for newer players. Character strengthening, great success. Super great success. Rate up event. Dismantling, equipment dismantling, great success. Okay. All village shops open. Okay. Miscellaneous goods, shop items, double purchase event. Okay. One thing that will really help is if they did that event where when you donate enough to the village shop, it gives you an SR pendant. That would be really nice. We got Hawk Pass here, of course, gonna renew. It's just showing you the rewards. I was like, why does that picture look like such shit? Because I'm zoomed in super far. What else? Hawk Mileage. So we're gonna be getting a new Percival costume. Don't know how I feel about this costume though, because I'm seeing a binky in this man's mouth. If they gotta make this man like a baby bitch, I don't know if I want that. But yeah, no, I don't know if I want that. I feel like I thought there was another Hawk Pass type costume that I wanted. Nah. Oh, maybe the Lilia one because she has an LR, but like I'd wait on that. I already have the Balder one. I might have to get that Thonar one. Also, you can do event bosses now, and you can adjust how strong they are to multiply the amount of rewards you get. I don't think that means multiple runs. I think that means one really difficult run, but if you win, multiplied rewards, and then you can still do your regular number of runs in a day. So just depends. This is kind of like burst mode on Dokkan, where people can kind of just craft their own event. Really, experience gained when using character strength potions. Oh, what? They're leveling. They're boosting. How is this permanent? Holy shit! Yeah, because I think this is quality of life. What does this say right here? Is that quality of life? System improvement. So this is permanent. Whoa! All potions give you more stamina now. That's great. That's wonderful, actually. Now you can build 15 teams. Oh, that's pretty good too. Percival Camp added new function. I think Percival just talks now whenever you cook. Fix an issue where some rewards cannot be obtained if the item warehouse was full. When playing Demon King Battle, rewards set to double or more. Fix an issue where facial expressions were not displayed properly during the special move of Hidden Light God of Light Balder. Fix an issue where some character icons were not displayed properly on the equipment engraving screen. Fix an issue where error pop-up would appear when joining or founding a knighthood or checking a constellation. Fix an issue where Bond's appearance was not displayed properly in the trial story of Immortal Survivor Purgatory Bond. Then all of these slime characters are going to be getting stat boosts. All the old ones except for Rimuru. Rimuru's not going to get a stat boost, of course, because he's getting an LR. That'll literally be a double stat boost for him, which would be ridiculous. Plus, everybody else was talking about these characters as much as they were talking about Rimuru whenever he first came out. Also, wasn't this Milim really good when she came out? Wasn't she really crazy DPS? I mean, I guess it's fair. She's not getting LR, so I mean, hey, who cares? What's this? Change to special technique skills and holy relic. Let's see what this says. Unknown allies take 20% less damage. Now unknown allies take 30% less damage. Kind of cool. Might work with that. Her holy relic. The user recovery skill. It removes one debuff effect on an ally and grants them 20% increased penetration for one turn. now it's 40% increased penetration for 2 turns. I'm sorry, it wasn't 20% for 1 turn. It was 20% for 2 turns, and then it's 40% for 2 turns now. Then this Milim right here used to have your critical damage increases by 15% for each skill you use up to 4 times. Now it's each time you use a skill, your critical chance increases by 10%, your critical damage increases by 20% up to 4 times. Damn, that's kind of crazy. So she used to get critical damage plus 60% at max. Now she's getting crit chance plus 40 and crit damage plus 80 at max. That's a pretty crazy change, I feel like. Rimuru. Each time you use a skill, your damage will increase by 15% up to 4 times. Each time... So his damage dealt was going to change from 15% to 20% up to 4 times. And at the start of allied turns, grants all enemies 40% increased damage taken for 1 turn. And increases the damage... I kind of like that. What's this Holy Relic? When attacking an enemy under a debuff effect, attack-related stats increase by 20%. And 25% of the damage dealt is recovered as HP, I imagine. Now instead is going to be 30% extra damage dealt and 30% recovery of HP. Then this Rimuru, nobody uses this damn Rimuru, bro. When you receive damage, your allies' defense-related stats are increased by 12% at the start of the turn up to 4 times. When you receive damage, your attack-related stats will increase by 8% and your allies' defense-related stats will increase by 12%. So it just gives them a little more attack options, which honestly, are you really using this Rimuru for damage? That's it for like the patch notes and stuff. And man, I'm probably, for future reference, guys, I probably will go over the characters' kits earlier in the video. But I kind of just wanted to go over the entire update because I feel like the update's really good. But I mean, I already kind of went over Rimuru's kit. Literally nothing changed. He just gets an extra 10% pierce buff in his passive, and then an extra flood damage on his AoE. Let's look at Shuna and Milim. Alright guys, so I'm not, like I said, translations are always really bad. I don't think that I'm in this server right here. So we are looking at this courtesy of Nog's video. Thank you, Nog. Alright, this is Milim. Her passive is power in another level. At the start of a battle, applies 2 stacks of Dragon's Might. And apply protection of the dragon for 3 turns. So, Dragon's Might is... when all the stacks are removed, it just applies Dragon Fury. So Dragon Might is not actually a buff, it's just a thing to proc another better buff. Another really good buff on Milim. Protection of the Dragon is decreases damage taken from all enemies attacking skills by 40% and the unit gets immune to debuffs. So, at the start of the battle, applies 2 stacks of Dragon Mights and applies 40% damage reduction for 3 turns. And immunity to status debuffs. Bruh. Alright. For every Dragon Might applied to the unit, increases allies' defense-related stats by 20%. And if allies use a skill or gets damaged by a unit, removes 1 stack. So literally, when you first come into the fight, you have 40% damage reduction. Then you have a 40% boost to your defense-related stats because you literally have 2 stacks of Dragon Might when the fight starts. So, Milim should be obscenely tanky at the start of a fight. I was just watching Morelli's video where he wiped a Milim out at first turn, but literally the Milim he wiped out was with his own Milim. So, Milim v Milim doesn't count. Milim v anybody else, I feel like Milim should be lasting in that first turn. Maybe like, what's his name? Demon King Meliodas might be able to because he's type advantage, but like, I don't know. There's a lot of damage reduction here, bro. I don't know, bro. Meliodas is old at this point. Let's see. Also, every time Dragon Might is removed from the unit, increases the unit's all stats by 7%, max of 28%. If all Dragon Might is removed, applies Dragon Fury for 3 turns, and if Dragon Fury gets removed, it applies the 2 stacks of Dragon Might again. So literally, you're going to be getting rid of your Dragon Might every time you get hit or hit with anybody. Milim's Dragon Might is going to be going away, and every time it goes away, she's going to get 7% to her base stats. And then she's going to eventually get the Dragon's Fury. The Dragon Fury is going to go away. She's going to get Dragon Might again. And she's going to get 2 more stacks. And she's going to go away again. And she's going to be at 28% in like 2 damn turns. So she starts out with 40% damage reduction for 3 turns because it only takes like 2 turns to get her built up all the way, really. So, wonderful design, in my opinion. Apply Dragon Fury for yeah. Protection of the Dragon, we already looked at that. Dragon Might, already looked at that. So, Dragon Fury, the buff that you get whenever 2 Dragon Mights are gone, Dragon's Fury. 40% attack-related stats, ignores 100% of critical resistance, and deals additional damage equal to 40% of final damage when using all enemy attacking skill. So basically what that means is 40% attack-related stat boost whenever you have Dragon's Fury, ignores 100% crit resistance, and whenever you have Dragon Fury on, Milim's AoE has an additional hit after she does it. If she doesn't have this buff, then the AoE is just one initial hit. Milim's Holy Relic gives her type advantage no matter who she's attacking. Now, if it said that she took damage, type advantage, and dealt damage, type advantage, she'd probably be the most busted unit in the damn game. She's already still pretty damn busted. Let's see, where are her skills? Her skills are right here. Yes. So, skill 1. Annihilate, which is 3 times pierce rate, and, hold on. Annihilate damage equal to 500% of attack to a single enemy. 500% of attack, plus 3 times pierce rate, plus ignoring enemy defense, plus for every stack of Dragon Might on her, increases her crit chance and damage dealt by 30%. Bro. I understand why she's an LR initially, but like, still, bro. I'm not saying make the old Milim this busted, but like, yeah! You could have made her UR and made the old Milim busted top. But like, I'm not complaining though. Like, if I get her, I'm not complaining. If I don't get her, then obviously I'm complaining. Inflict storm damage equal to 250% attack on all enemies. Storm damage is time 2 crit damage and ignores enemy resistance for every Dragon Might applied. 2 times crit damage and ignores enemy resistance. And for every Dragon Might applied to the unit, increases damage dealt by 50%. I know that's not 5%, it's 50%. I watched this video literally this morning. Her ultimate is Dragon Nova. Applies Dragon Fury for 3 turns to the unit and inflicts storm damage equal to 525 of attack to all allies. So my question is, if you had it set up in a way where you use one, can you stack Dragon's Might twice? Or not Dragon, can you stack Dragon Fury twice? From it disappearing, from Dragon Might disappearing, and also from her ultimate, can you stack Dragon's Fury twice? Very cool question that I'd love the answer to. If anybody already has their hands on her in JP, I could probably just go watch Gohan's video later, or Nog, or Marilla, who cares, right? Applies Dragon's Fury for 3 turns in the unit to the unit and inflicts storm damage equal to 525% to all enemies when the unit is participating in battle. So this right here is something that's going to change as you get her ultimate up. This is like the ultimate passive. When the unit is participating in battle, if an ally dies in the enemy's turn, honestly, whenever somebody dies on your team or the enemy team, the next turn, when Milim gets hit, she takes 1 damage. That's basically what that is. When the unit is participating in battle, if an ally dies in the enemy's turn or the enemy skill usage, or by enemy skill usage, the unit's skill usage for each unit dead, or hold on, he zooms out, I think. Yes, there we go. When the unit is participating in battle, if an ally dies in an enemy's turn or by an enemy skill, or an enemy dies in the unit's skill usage, for every unit dead, applies Dragon's Rampage for 3 turns up to 6 stacks. Actually, I think as long as she kills a unit, not anybody on your team, as long as she kills a unit or somebody on your team dies in general, she takes 1 damage the next turn. Dragon Rampage. Increases damage of single target skills by 50% and deals additional damage by 100% of the enemy's increased HP, unstackable. Damage received from enemies by enemies turn, by enemies turn gets fixed to 1 damage, and every time the unit uses a skill or gets damaged by enemies from enemy turn, removes 1 stack of the buff. Milim's giving me brain rot before I've even put my hands on her. Before I've even had to fight against her, I'm already getting brain rot. Let's see if we can find Shuna in here, and then we'll be done with the video, bruh. Yep, right here. This is Shion. Shion's passive. At the start of a battle in PvE, apply Super Regeneration. Super Regeneration is for 1% of decreased HP of the unit. At the start of an ally's turn, allies regenerates with regeneration rate increased by 2% and stacks regenerated HP up to 100,000. So, at the start of the turn, at the start of the battle in PvE, apply Super Regeneration and Power of War God. Power of War God is, at the start of the ally's turn, increases the attack by 10% from a value stacked from super regeneration effect. So Power of War God works off of super regeneration. I'm not 100% sure how it works. Just from reading it, I want to actually see it in the game to kind of get a better idea. For every ally in the battlefield, increases the unit's base stats by 5% and decreases allies' damage taken by 7%. That's good. If allies use single target attacking skills, increases the unit's attack related stats by 5%, max to 25%. And if it's used more than 3 times in one turn, apply a buff that increases critical chance by 30% and critical damage by 50% for 2 turns. So Nog read her kit and basically said she seems like a better trader melee, which I get it. I get what he's saying. You know, your allies attacking and doing single targets give you a buff that stacks out 5 times, you know, and it gives them damage reduction as well. So actually is very similar to Trader Melee. She is a PvE specific unit, so that kind of sucks because Trader Melee, people were still using him in PvP when he first came out. And also, the super regeneration and Power of a War God is kind of cool. Some healing in there. Skill 1, Amplify. Deals damage equal to 450% of attack to a single enemy. You know, Amplify is, I think, 50% extra damage per buff or 30%, one of those two. Skill 2, Ogre Sword Cannon. Inflicts Power Strike, which is just, it ignores resistance, I believe. Power Strike, damage equal to 475% attack to single enemy. Her ultimate applies a buff that increases base stats by 50% and inflicts damage equal to 735% to attack. So, very, very basic. Just single target, PvE, supporting, but also dealing damage type of character. I'm very interested to see how she would perform in a team with, because they're all unknowns, right? So what if I did like Thor? What if I did like Thor, Milim, the new Milim, Shion, and then Rimuru or something like that. But then nobody would be buffing everybody. I mean, we still get the. I feel like you gotta run like somebody like Camilla or maybe what's his name? Nanashi in the back. Her Holy Relic should be under here. Milim's Holy Relic was under. I mean, we know Milim's Holy Relic. Or we know Shion's Holy Relic. I already talked about it. In PvP, if an ally uses 3 single target skills of 1 turn, it removes 2 debuffs from them. But I believe I covered everything. I think that's the characters. I think that's the kits. I think that's the whole patch notes. I think I got all my thoughts out, all my opinions. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. So weird since I've sat down and just reviewed information and actually had a good time just looking at it. I'm just over here like, yo, slime is eating good right now. But yo, that's your boy DEADMANVINCE, man. If y'all leave enough likes and enough views on the videos, I'll get back to live streaming. But as of right now, I'm thinking I'm just videos. But y'all have a great day. I'm gonna go watch the 4th episode of Dawn to Dawn. Peace out.